Nope, now, hey guys, Gavin here. Sorry. Today, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. Sorry about the lack of videos. I'm going to be playing my games. Yeah. I've made a few games on this little cell phone app. Um, yeah, I have the full version, it's just not on this phone. Um, so yeah, you can, like, create platformers, scroller shooters, top views, run jumps, tower defense, breakout, racers, RPG. Like, it's a great system for when you're just starting out. But the reason I'm doing this is because I'm creating a new game in the series that I want to kind of add more publicity to, I guess. So let's just go, like, test, just to kind of show you what's up. So for, like, a sprite, you can create a new sprite. Let's go to normal. You can just and then just let's fill this in with purple. And then we can go over here. There's player, sprites, main, boop. There's more options and stuff, but I'm just kind of showing you what I had to work with when I made these. So yeah, there's all that, and then let's just create a new level, and then plop this down, and then plop this guy down, and you can move. So yeah. And that's how easy it is. It took me, what, not even a full minute just to create this. So you can see if you, oh, whoopsie, if you actually put some time into it, how, like, much you can do. And I put a good month, and maybe, like, I think 3 took about, like, maybe 3 months. And sadly, that's the lowest score out of them all, because I tried way too many new ideas and didn't stick to what worked. And the one at the very bottom is just more of an announcement video for my new game. I was going to make it in Unity, but now I've switched over to making it in Game Maker Studio, which that's going to make my life easier. So a lot of the main stuff that I'm planning on including, like multiplayer and controller support, is still going to be there, but it's not going to be 3D. I will give you guys instructions on how to download this when the video is over, but right now let's get into it. The first one is definitely my least favorite out of them. It's not that it's bad, it's just that it was my first time trying to really create something on this. Like, I created a few, like, stupid stuff. I'm kind of proud of the music in this. The first level is only okay, but yeah, this one I just really didn't care too much. I was just more, like I said, this is probably the worst out of them all, but I like to think it's still decent, you know? So I'm just going to be speeding through this because I have a lot of stuff to get through. I like this one. I'll be quiet. See, I think this is how I should have done the original one, where it's not just a bunch of sounds playing like, and smacks you in the face, you know? That sounded, like, really weird, but yeah, and I don't like that part at all. But the, what am I talking about here? Like, this one, I tried to make something pretty cool. Yeah, I wasn't actually going to do a water level, but I put a lot of work into the swimming here, which I did improve in a later entry. And that's it. You're probably thinking, that's what you call a good game? Oh my god, Gavin, that's awful. And no, it's not what I call a good game. Because the levels are short and this was rushed because I got a new phone and my stuff didn't transfer. Otherwise, I think it would be a lot better. I am planning on remaking, like this in Game Maker, like all of these. And I'm definitely going to add more stuff into Speedy Stickman 1, because it's not that good right now. But hopefully I can get all that done. But first I'm going to work on Speedy Stickman Legacy. And that's going to be what Unity at the very bottom was going to be. But since I switched from Unity, I switched into Game Maker, so yeah, I'm calling it Legacy now. So, Speedy Stickman 2 is the highest rated in the series. Um, uh, my second favorite. It's pretty fun. I like it. It improved. It improved upon the controls, the feel, and just overall everything. I attempted. That's the best thing I'm gonna give this. I attempted a story, and it does have my least favorite level in the series. But overall, I think it's a good game. And I didn't add title music, which I don't like. I really wish I did. Anyway. The game is noticeably slower, but it still has that feeling of speed, especially when you're starting up, because it takes a while to build acceleration, which I think is perfect. This is like the best control I've ever made in any of my games. The music, I like my favorite's probably Return, which is the fourth one. Alright. So yeah, I've practiced these levels, so I know exactly how high to go in order to... Oh yeah, whoopsie. Never mind. So, if you want a more, like, in-depth look at them, I suggest playing it for yourself. In this level, I tried to make a crappy instrument sound good. And I don't think I did that good of a job. But you gotta remember what I had to work with, though. Like, this is an extremely limited engine. Like, oh, this is my least favorite level because of what I tried to do. You see how laggy it is? It's because of the rain. I did rain better in the fourth entry in the series, which I just had... I'm an idiot. I just had it be part of the background, which is a far, far less laggy experience. I hate what I did here. This is like the only level I can say I actually really dislike. And it's all... And I feel like this level would be just fine if I didn't have the rain. I've been really talkative. Can you tell I'm kind of excited to make a video again? Sorry, I should probably go over why I haven't been making videos. Part of it's because my computer's been being really weird recently, but most of it's just because I've been been lazy. So, I really can't make a good excuse for why I haven't been making videos. So yeah, sorry about that. Okay, this is where the story begins. You must be the speedy stick girl I've heard about. Like, for instance, you trying to take places the fastest. So I propose a race in fast female to see who's truly the fastest. After that, we can race in Dawn Dart so we both get the home field advantage. And as you may recognize this guy. He's gotten a little upgrade in animation. I say little because it's not that good. But, yeah, it's the guy from the first game. So, yeah, get me out of this level, oh my god. Alright. So, these are basically time trials. You can see the timer in the top left. That's kind of like your time to beat, like he got that and stuff. I think this is 30 seconds, while the next one in Dawn Dart, which is the first level in the original game. Oh, this was such a pain to make. Because I had to go in Speedy Stickman 1 and take screenshots in every little bit of the level. It doesn't seem like it'd be that bad, but with, like, it wouldn't be if I wasn't so bad at, like, menuing in a phone. So, yeah, it was pretty awful. But I think that turned out pretty well. Wow, I'm impressed. You may be as fast, but you're never going to be as smart or as strong. See me in Battle Bolt, which is a battle stage with a boss fight. This music I'm going to turn down a little bit, because for some reason it's louder than the rest of the tracks. I have no idea why that happened. So, the reason I'm playing on a different phone, as you may have heard in the beginning, is because my other phone, like, does not like to run this game. I just got a new one, and it doesn't like to run the... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. My other phone just doesn't like to run Game Maker, or Game Creator. I have no idea why. It's kind of weird. But anyway. These backgrounds, are actually kind of something I'm proud of making in this app. because it's you may think it'd be really easy, but you have to think about like scaling and stuff when you're doing it. Like how it's gonna look when it's all scaled up. And that's the boss fight. Yeah. See, I'm pointing out a lot of the flaws and not mentioning all of the stuff I really do like, because that's just the way I am. I just like I point out like all the flaws in my games for some reason. But anyway, so there was a twist there where apparently he was his father. Apparently I tried to go all Empire Strikes Back. And now this is probably my favorite level, because he says that you need to take his speed, and you do, and you can see I added another color onto her sprite, and this is why it's my favorite level right here, because you can see how fast you really are going, and that's just, but yeah, damn it. Yeah, I don't like that part, because it's kind of confusing. Oh my god, I'm a complete idiot. Alright. So yeah, this is my favorite level because you are noticeably faster. And it's just fun to zip through it. And I do like how I improved on the way the flight works with her Shadow the Hedgehog-esque rocket shoes. So, yeah, it makes a lot more sense. Not that oh, yeah, there's a little bug where if you slide into the thing... Oh, yeah, I have never updated this once. But luckily nobody's said anything bad or good. Nobody's left a comment yet. Alright, so let's get out of here. Now let's go into apparently the worst one. I have no idea why. Because, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't think it deserved like a 2-star rating. Because I had some cool ideas, in my opinion. Like, I added wall running, idle animations, collectibles, and better overall graphics. But people don't like this one. And, I mean, I get it, because I added too much new stuff. But I think I managed to make a water level fun. I like this one. Not as good as the first title screen opening music, but I think I like this one a lot. Alright, so I went all the way up to level 6, and just to see how it would work. So this is part of, like, probably the main thing I don't like about this game, like, other than the clutteredness, is there's a tutorial level. I don't like that. There's the idle animation, if you're curious. So yeah, I like how the wall running works in this game, because you just walk up to it and walk up. So something I improved upon in the next entry. Oh no, I do have it here. I thought I didn't have like a grab animation. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I'm better than I thought. Checkpoints. Checkpoints. This is something that isn't included in the base game, so you have to get creative. There is teleports, and the teleports are invisible, but active. And they only turn active when you hit a switch, i.e. the checkpoint. And this is something I'm pretty proud of. I'm sure somebody else has come up with it before, but I'm really proud of how I managed to do that. Anyway. So these are the collectibles up here. You know those rainbow rings that appeared in one level in the first game? I decided to add them in here and have them in one in each level. So yeah, that's the finish. I decided to stray from the glowing orb finish to add a more flag type thing. I was in level 1, so 2. Speed Skyway is yeah, you can see he's way slower, and that's something I don't like. And the animation isn't as good as in 2. In 2, I kind of purposely made... I'm an idiot. Anyway, in 2, the animation was, like, very basic, and I designed the rocket shoes solely because I didn't like animation. But honestly, I thought that the rocket shoes could lead to some cool game design moments. Yeah, little cool Easter egg. That's like the speedrunner way of doing it, because the normal way is, I'll show you in a second. You pop your way up here, go down here, and then you see this slope that has a wall going down, and you notice, oh, it's maybe wall runnable, so you jump on it, and then you come over here, wall run up here, and then you collect the collectible, and then you bounce back up. But I intentionally made the springs so you could, like, jump down in case you wanted to speedrun this and stuff, and you don't suck like I do. So yeah, that's probably my proudest game design moment in the series, just in that little moment right there, which it doesn't seem like much, but I thought that was pretty clever. So now it's just some basic running. You're probably thinking that why does it have to be floating in impossible space? Which, I mean, I'm lazy. What can I say? So this is the water level that I said I think I actually made fun. The reason is because it kind of adds to your speed if you, like, it doesn't hinder your momentum like a lot of, like in Sonic. I think Sonic has the best water levels out of them all, including mine, but something I don't like is how it makes him slower. But they compensate for that by making it so you don't have to hit water at all if you're good enough, which I think is perfect, but I'm not as creative when it comes to that, so I made the water, like, not slow you down at all and just make it more of like a 360 type of thing. And how I did it is actually really clever. I used a ladder mechanic and just painted it as water. So it's basically a ladder. I'm at 4 now. So now we're on to this level, which is meh. I don't really like it. It's boring. I don't like that right there, what I just did. I don't like how you have to jump into the teleporter, because I think, yeah, this is like, you know, block that you can push, and you're very slow at pushing it, but you don't need to push it much, so don't worry. It's pointing down, so jump down, and little collectible. I'm getting all the collectibles in this run. Sadly, they don't unlock anything because I couldn't figure out a way to make them unlock anything. I have since figured out how I could, but I got rid of the collectibles in the next entry because I didn't like having to collect them. I mean, it doesn't make sense to go out of your way, you know? So, hop up here. 5. This is probably my favorite level in this game, because you can see the finish is locked behind a gate, so you have to go get a key. And you have to... I also had to, like, make it so it was possible to get there and back. Alright. You can see a collectible kind of hiding there in a pushable block. Collect that and go. There is something I didn't think of, and I only realized after I uploaded it. If you just bounce off of this block, grab the key, and die, and skip the checkpoint, you'll go back to the beginning. So. Oh, yeah, right. When I was trying this, I just game overed because I felt like it. And no, well, not because I felt like it. I was wondering if I actually had lives in this because I couldn't remember. Apparently I do, so I gotta play the rest of this perfect. Which, I don't agree with the life system in games, because it's dated. Oh, right, can't do that, alright. Alright, up here. Boing, nope, boing, alright. So yeah, if you play any other game on this app, I definitely... Oh crap, I forgot about that glitch. Oh. Since the way I put the checkpoints in, oh my god, damn it. Alright. Yeah, that's not great on my part. So now you can walk through here. And now 6, probably my least it's probably the most poorly designed. Swift Storm is only bad when because it's laggy. This is poorly designed because of the collectible. Otherwise, it's a fun, fast-paced level, but the collectible This is the this level is the sole reason I didn't put collectibles in the next game. Because the collectibles in the next, or there is no collectibles, sorry. The collectibles in this game are like that, or like this one is like that, because yeah, I was stupid and forgot to add timer onto the collectible. So yeah, you saw I collected it, and it's pretty stupid. I hate it. That's why I didn't add any more. And the weapons and swords are completely useless because I decided not to add enemies, and why I added the sword back in 2 is beyond me. I guess it just kind of looked cool, but you know what, I like it. So I didn't, but anyway, I didn't feel like adding it in this one, so I added a shoot mechanic, which is even worse because there's no point in using it. So I tried to pay homage to Sonic here. Well, actually, no, I didn't try to. This was completely an accident. And then later I just kind of passed it off as me just making a little reference. This is his world. See? I basically made his world into my soundtrack, which... Oh, God. And it was a complete accident, but I just decided, you know, to just say, oh, it was a reference to Sonic because it was the series that inspired me to create this one. What? What the hell? I'm sorry, what? That's never happened. Alright. I'm blaming the engine. A lot of the stuff that seems like buggy glitches, I blame the engine. It's me in a nutshell. Yep. Logically, that makes no sense, but you know what? It's fun. Grab the checkpoint. At this point in the story, I've made it so checkpoints are kind of like an optional, oh, you really need a checkpoint? Why don't you just speed on past it? Kind of thing. Because I figured, like, it'd be just it'd make the levels too easy, but I'd always like to add the option for more challenge, but not force it. So that was just kind of a little thing I wanted to add on there. And that's really makes no logical sense, but it's kind of weird, but it's really fun to do. Alright, let's go to level 8. This kind of has a carnival style music, and I like it. Or no, kind of Tetris-y. I could see this in Tetris. Dun, 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 dun. There's a collectible in there. I was hoping to just barely touch it so you could see it, but I guess I... Alright. So yeah, ooh, there's 2 paths on this one. So, if you were to take the bottom path, you'd go into more precise platforming and slower. But in this one, it's more, you speed along. So, yeah. 7 out of 8, because in the other one, I was an idiot. Anyway. Alright. Now, we're going on to my favorite in the series that has full cutscenes, and it kind of improves the story on 2 a little bit. 2 was very forced and thrown in at the last second, but this one, I planned a full story from the very beginning, and I worked the gameplay around it. Some of the levels are... Everything's a darker tone. So you know how the guy from the first game died? Well, you'll see. Alright. See, I had like 50 million sprites, so when it says rendering graphics for so long, that's why. Because every cutscene had like 5 specific objects, not sprites really, but specific objects, because it needed to like, because every object needed to have slightly different movement. Yeah, you can see the sword broken. And Ruthless Return. And this is where I got clever with the backgrounds. You may have noticed in the last game, there was no backgrounds, it was just a flat color because I tried to add more vertical levels. And this time I made it fancy, so I had it as a fixed background. So yeah, you can see that it moves with you now. And not only do I like how this looks better than the other one, because it kind of, I don't know, I just like it better. It means I can get more creative with how the level looks. Because the other one, I had to make it look like it lined up perfectly, so it flowed nice from one tile to the next. As you can probably see, press S to slide. You can press the direction buttons to stand up, but remember, you need momentum. So you need to build up speed, and then you press S to slide, and then you slide under the spikes. I wish I could have introduced that into a safe environment like you're supposed to. I really wish I could, but with the game engine, I tested this so much because I really didn't want to add the first obstacle as a spike that kills you immediately. But I had to because there was no other option, otherwise you just get stuck. So sadly, that's how that had to work. And if you're wondering how I made the slide, I made the melee attack and just lowered the hitbox. So technically, that's me attacking. That's my attack animation. Fear me. So, yeah. Alright, I'll shut up. Even though there's no music. Kinda wish I added music on these cutscenes now that I look back on it. So I like to think I think the sprite art is very improved from the last games because I put some time into it, used some sprites that were already loaded into the game in combination with my own, and I think it flows really nice. So yeah. See, like, if you look at the ground here, this was made by me. You can see how everything's kind of darker. Like, it was, and look at my, okay, hold on. One thing at a time. I'm trying to go into too many things at once here. Let's start at the ground. You see how the sprite is tiled like that? That is not an easy thing to do because you gotta, again, kind of similar to the background I was telling you about, think about where it's gonna line up. You can see the edges line up pretty perfectly with how the other one lands. Alright, now onto the thing I started midway through that sentence. The sprite. See how the stickmen are always black with hair and some brightly colored shoes and some glowing energy around them. And that's very, very difficult to do when you're trying to make a darker themed game. So what I decided to do was make everything red. Like, and his eyes are red, so you're kind of, I hate explaining things like this because it makes you guys think that, like, it doesn't make sense. But what I tried to do is, I'm not sure if this worked out, is kind of make you think that this is how he sees the world and you're kind of seeing it through his eyes. And that's why I made his eyes red instead of just black like I made all the other characters. So yeah. So you can see him finally seeing the SS2 girl. You can see he wants revenge. I kind of wish I just made her, like, rocket shoo away, because then it makes no sense if this is your first game. So, seizure warning. So now you can see, like, him kind of going deeper into his, like, revenge plot. And what I tried to do is make it so, like, that is how he sees her, as some deranged, crazy, power-stealing person. Again, not sure if it worked out. A lot of these, I think, are great for the engine I had. When I say these games are good, that's what I mean. Good for the engine I had. So, yeah. And the sprite art, yeah, that's improved from the last games, but still not great. Oh, this scene? I'll explain after why I added it. I only added that because Speedy Stickman 3 got such poor reviews that I thought they might want to see that character die. The only reason I added that scene, and I love it. So, okay, you know what? I'm going to take the bottom path here, just to kind of show you what the average bottom path looks like. You can see there's more precise platforming, and see, in like any other speed-based game, the acceleration would be really bad. I mean, Sonic does this perfectly, but games like a lot of games on here, I can't really think of an example. The acceleration is kind of off, so it doesn't feel natural to do precise platforming. Here, I think it feels perfect. I think I used almost the exact same acceleration and speed as in 2. Oh, I'll shut up again. Alright. So, I used like pretty much the exact same acceleration in 2, which was probably the best controls I've had in any of my games. So, yeah. Alright. So yeah, this is another little thing I added. People would be confused what to do here usually, and my mom play tested this game for me, and she was confused on what to do here, so I added this little arrow to let you know that you can wall run up here. And I'm not going to try to compare this to any other games like Sonic, because obviously they're better. Obviously. I'm just kind of saying, like, I'm just trying to build hype for my new one, which, I mean, hopefully will be better than this. Alright. If you pay attention to the story in 2, if somebody subjected you to that, then you'll see. Pay attention to the color of that guy's text. Go back in the video a little bit because he doesn't talk anymore. Well, actually no, he talks a little bit later. No, he doesn't. Does he? No, he doesn't. I should know. I mean, I created the damn thing. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have given him voices. That would have made this video my level of cringy. I mean, come on, Gavin, what are you thinking? Alright. So yeah, like I said, there's going to be instructions if you want to play these, either in the description and on, I'll tell you. So yeah, right here is another example of me being chicken and actually taking a checkpoint instead of just speeding along like a speedrunner. So yeah, it basically, it kind of punishes you if you speedrun, but I feel like in a good way. Because if you're an experienced speedrunner, it will punish you by slowing down your time if you mess up. But if you take the checkpoint, it will slow you down. It's like a high risk, high reward is what I'm trying to say. Look at the color of the beam. Foreshadowing. And boom. That was my version of a twist, because, like, in this line you can kind of tell that she was just trying to test him to see if he was... Oh, look at his eyes, they're more red. And the font changes to tell you that he's really evil now. And then he does that weird flip thing that I added for some reason. And then, boom, he shatters the world. And then what? And then as you can see, there's a little part missing, but she manages to cover it up with her magic abilities. Anyway. Sorry if you heard that. I'm hungry. That line was clunky. I'm gonna do what I have to. That it just cuts off. Yeah, by the way, the bottom line, no, it's not. Yeah, this isn't the final. Oh, whoopsie. That was accident. Alright, and another little thing that I'm kind of glad I did is I just added finish, not victory. It's a little thing because you didn't win. You were beaten. Because as the character that you're playing as was beaten. So finish, not victory. The sprite art got progressively better, and this is the announcement for the other game. I will be pointing out what's right, what's wrong. At the time, this was all gonna be right, but alright. So yeah, that's not... I just had him as a character, so... No, you're not. Well, I did learn Unity a little bit. Alright. It's gonna be called Speedy Stickman Legacy now, actually. Hopefully by the end of the year around Christmas. That's still a goal. It's not gonna be a 3D adventure style game. I'd still love suggestions for levels, characters. And I know the main comment on this, I'm calling it right now, is here's a suggestion, don't make it at all. Story, etc. So anyway, I appreciate this app for what it is, but it's time I try going official. I will be posting another update video like this when it's ready to be released. The reason it's going to take a while is that I've never worked with a real game engine, but some minimum goals I'd like to meet are controller support, multiplayer, not a priority, but hopefully, iPhone and Android compatibility, and whatever you guys comment with. Now I'm actually going to be going for Xbox. So yeah, because in Game Maker Studio, it's going to be a lot easier to make something for Xbox. And yeah, I will definitely do a playthrough on that on my channel when it's out. So yeah, it's going to take a while though. It's going to take a long time. Please comment with ideas. You're probably wondering how much it will be. You can see my ramblingness even in this. You can see how much I just go on. I ramble. That was supposed to be the end, and I was like, oh wait, hold on. When in beta, as tradition for the series, is a demo. It will be free, but it will be buggy and unfinished. But it will, the full version will be $5. $5, I think, is a pretty cheap price, honestly. So, yeah. Or less. It's going to be $5. So, look out for the next installment, Speedy Stickman. No, Legacy. Coming to Steam and possibly other platforms. I'm going to be going for phones, definitely, because phones are what I'm playing this on right now, and that's where I got my start. And yeah. So next is there Victory, which I guess works. So yeah. I hope this is something that I'm hoping to do. So if you're wondering how to install this, I will give you guys instructions right now. So first things first. Let's go over here. I think it's kind of weird right now, but anyway. So go to Game Creator, and you will see Game Creator Purchase, Game Creator Demo. Demo is what, if you just want to play the game, I recommend getting. But if you're actually trying to make games, the purchase version is the one I definitely recommend going with. The demo is only okay. It only allows you to make 10 sprites before you have to pay the full version, which you're not going to be able to make anything with that at all. But if you just want to play my games, I just recommend getting the demo. But don't expect to make anything. The full version is where it's at. Now, once that's downloaded, open it. You'll see the screen. Press, and then you go play. Now go to download, and then you just type in either Gavin is... What? That's new. Anyway. Alright. Go to normal. Make sure you're on normal. Gavin is cool. Install. Or, okay, not install. And you'll see all my games. You could also just type in... Oh yeah, this was gonna be a game, the Order 66. I was gonna have you play Jedi. I might quickly do a little thing on that. And max speed cap was just for those who are curious what's up. I'm actually gonna look at the comments, see if there's any comments on it. Probably not. Nope. Alright. Alright, come on, get out of here. Alright. Alright, I don't care. You got it. So then you just press install on all of them, and then, you know, it'll bring you to this screen, which, in the first one is Speedy Stickman, and then 2, then 3, then Return, then Unity, which is now going to be called, Legacy. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and rate 5 stars. And I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. How do I stop this? Stop.